Are you are you fasting? Are you starving? Are you hungry? What's going on? You will go eat food and you want to go eat food. You are wrong. Man.
Hi, I'm Sareth. I'm diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and PTSD, and today I was going to react to a schizophrenia simulator, but then I came across something interesting in those police body cam, CCTV footage type videos that I've been watching, and that is a schizophrenic cannibal. The case started as a look into the disappearance of an international exchange student named Cujo, but quickly became something much worse. After Cujo was reported missing by the family of friends he was staying with, another member of the family, a man named Jared, reported something else unusual, and that is the discovery of something resembling a cooked skull in their basement.
Blanket on top of a box, and as I was lifting the blanket up, I saw two pans for baking, and in between them was a cutting board. So I lifted up the pans, and in it I saw three different objects, and they were kind of black with some gravy substance looking at them, and it looked like hands and a head.
By the time cops came out to investigate, all that was left was the pans in which the alleged skull had been. Attention at this point turns to Jared's older brother, Alex. And it's pretty clear through interviews with Alex, due to his poverty of speech, that he is not mentally sound. However, despite a recent change in behavior, no one around him seems to register that anything is wrong. This is perhaps due in part to the fact that his record wasn't completely clean to begin with. But his recent activities include attempted murder, various attacks and vandalism, and a string of really weird, incoherent vlogs. Eventually, Alex confesses to killing Cujo in order to protect his family. When questioned why longtime friend Cujo was suddenly a danger to his family, he began to ramble incoherently about reasonings that only seemed to make sense to him. He then confesses to cooking and eating Cujo's heart and part of his brain as a warning. Now, the sad part of this story, other than the obvious a man was killed and eaten, is the progression of Alex's illness. It's not said until the very end that he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and that's because it wasn't until his trial that he was diagnosed with it. But having grown up with a dad who had a sudden behavior change eerily similar to Alex's, who was then diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, I saw what was happening pretty early on in the video. I had seen it before. Regardless of how my dad was not the greatest guy to begin with, and apparently by comments made in the video, neither was Alex, the onset of schizophrenia in them severely changed who they were for the worse. Paranoid schizophrenia in itself is more likely to cause a person to be violent than other forms of schizophrenia. Give it people who already have a mean streak, so to speak, and well, overall, the case of Alex Kenua is an extreme one. Schizophrenia affects about 1% of the population. 10 to 15% of schizophrenics ever become violent, with an additional 5 to 8% threatening violence. That said, Alex Kenua's case is a clear textbook example of schizophrenia. And that makes it even more tragic, because had anyone around him had even a basic knowledge of mental health and mental illness, they would have known something was wrong and he needed help. He was not isolated. He was surrounded by family, friends, peers. He had an extreme, sudden, violent change in behavior. There is no reason other than ignorance that he did not receive help earlier, therefore saving both his own life and Cujo's. If y'all have any questions, if y'all have a topic for me or something you'd like me to react to or review or whatever, please let me know down below. Also give a like and subscribe while you're down there, and I look forward to seeing y'all again. Bye.